live yet, but we are going live.
Okay,
And we are live.
great. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Corporation, the Township of Bonnecher Valley Committee Meeting. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. We're here in Council Chambers in the Municipal Building and available by Zoom conferencing. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Are there any additions to the agenda? See none. I have confirmation of the agenda, please. All in favor?
Sorry, who confirmed the agenda? Was that
John?
John? Thank you.
Any questions or concerns about the minutes? Oh, I did it again. Jumped it. Is there any pecuniary interest or general nature thereof? No,
This is a running joke.
I know.
Just
I just,
so you
it's
guys
right in
know.
front of me, but I still miss it.
Eh,
Anyway, any concerns, questions about the minutes from the last meeting? Can I get approval of the minutes? Meredith, all in favor? We do have a delegation today. I'd like to welcome Steve Boland and Chris Mantha from the Association of Ontario Road Supers, and they're here to talk about AORS, 2026 Municipal Public Works Trade Show. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Great to be here. As I said to the mayor earlier, it's about probably 10 years since I was here last time. So it's nice to be back in these chambers in a different role altogether. I know I can go home and not be hassled by Chris at least. It's great to be here and to bring news on a really exciting project that we're involved with. 4 weeks from today, we'll be into it right up to our necks as people are moving onto the site. So, and that is the 2026 AORS Provincial Municipal Public Works Trade Show. And I think you've all seen or have the copy of the slide deck that I'm going to go through. And we're really excited. It's 2 days of fun and frolic at the Petawawa Civic Center. And I'll walk you through some of the highlights and we'll go from there. So just to give you a bit of background, excuse me. There, great, thank you. The Renfrew County Road Supervisors Association is pleased to announce that we've been selected by our provincial association to host the 2026 Municipal Trade Show. This is something that's happened before, but not for a while. And we're really excited to have, as our partners, the County of Renfrew and the town of Petawawa within the trade show, our major partner. Maybe that's a better way to put it because we have many partners. A little bit of information about the Renfrew County Road Supervisors Association. It is an association that's comprised of all of the municipalities within the County of Renfrew and some beyond. The First Nation, Pikwakanagan, folks from the City of Ottawa, CNL, and Garrison Petawawa. Those are the larger organizations, the governmental organizations, if you will, as well as a multitude of suppliers and contractors that operate provincially and locally, are members within the RCRSA. And then there's folks like myself, retired former public works officials that just enjoy the time and the fellowship. And we've made a lot of connections over the years. We want to maintain those connections. So Chris and I have known each other for many years, and it's good to continue with those relationships. About the trade show itself.
Sorry, I'm just going to stop share and share because it's not moving. For whatever reason, sometimes it doesn't move along on YouTube. It stays on the first slide and
It's good to continue.
but bear with me and I want to make sure that
That happened to us.
Yeah,
Please-
like,
please
what are
try
you
and-
talking about? I don't know why it's doing that. It's really weird.
Could it be Wi-Fi?
No. It's something.
It's a Zoom thing.
I think that's what it is.
it seems to be when we have the TV on.
Oh,
Well, we don't need the TV on because we do all have it. If that would help, I don't know. So Steve, will you be a parking attendant like at Expo 150?
I'm the gopher. You know,
We haven't decided where it's.
Yeah, I said
Could be anything.
I'd be there for the whole thing, and I'll be doing whatever they want me to do.
I think also people should know that this is actually a really big honor. We
This
just
is-
had the Ontario Professional Foresters here.
Yes.
Which was a really big deal, and now to have AORS I'm trying to fill time, can you
Yeah.
tell?
That's fine.
Now having AORs here, like, these conferences are a really, really, big thing for our area. And so nice for us to host and sort of exploit the county and expose the county to people who have never been here.
It's a great opportunity to bring people in
It really is.
and espouse all of the benefits and the wonderful lifestyle that we have here.
No,
No, okay, so,
I can work without the TV if you. want
It's
to
just
do
for the
that.
recording for people at home.
Oh,
it's
yes.
just there's people watching on YouTube and they're not seeing the slides move, so it's,
I do have it on the stick here if you wanted it.
no, she's got it, it's just. Annette can see it properly on her screen. But for some reason, we had this problem in the last meeting where the people who are watching online, or the people who are online, they're not seeing the slides flip.
I see.
It just freeze frames on a certain slide.
Okay.
I wonder if you have to do like share next screen in this one, or
Joy's.
you shouldn't have to.
you shouldn't have to, but
I stopped sharing and reshared the last time we worked for you.
yeah, it did.
Yeah, so,
Hey, here we go. Yeah,
Okay.
good.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Yay.
Go back one if you can, please.
I absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Make
great.
sure with our viewing public of
That's right.
two that.
Yeah.
What is the public number?
So this is, you know, as the mayor, I want to call her the warden, as the mayor has said,
And
this is,
warden.
this, yeah.
Wears many hats.
Yes, I know. This is a big thing. The trade show showcases, Renfrew County, but also showcases the products and services that are available to the public works industry and folks within the industry. And, we're quite excited for that reason. It's also one of the largest shows of its kind in Canada. And typically, over the years, has drawn about 2,000 people, or maybe a few more, as well as over 200 exhibitors. In 2014, which was the last time that the local association hosted the trade show, we had close to 4,000 people attend. So we're hoping to exceed that number this time around. And
But Steve, that 2,000, even a low number, that's gotta be as big as Good Roads,
that's it, that's a large, yeah, very large.
right? It's gotta be close.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would think so. So we're hoping to exceed the 2,000 by a long shot. And I think we can do it. We've shown before that we're able to do that here in Renfrew County, that we can pull off the big shows if we really want to do so. So we have the next slide then, please, Annette. Okay, so it's a 2-day trade show, provides an opportunity for public and private sector individuals, predominantly from the public works industry, to share information and technical developments and variety of materials and services and equipment. That's fine, I have my notes here.
I'm gonna try and see if that works.
And to build, and maintain relationships within the industry, and that's important.
Mhm.
Because without those relationships, things just don't work as well. I mentioned before that a few moments ago that we last held the trade show in Renfrew County in 2014. At that time, it was at the Nick Smith Center in Arnprior. And then a little over 30 years ago, 34 years ago, we also held the trade show in Petawawa at the Civic Center. And it was also quite successful. So we're hoping to exceed those expectations. Bit of chronology. I don't know if you have it on your screens in front of you. A bit of chronology about the trade show. We started this journey in December of 2023, when we submitted the application to AORS to host the trade show. In August of 2024, the AORS, our provincial association, approved the local association to host the 2026 trade show. You might say, well, why does it take 2 years? It does take 2 years and then some to get everything organized and make sure that it's going to be successful. In January of 2025, the executive committee, the trade show executive committee stood up and started to get the ball rolling in a big way. In February, the initial meetings were held and the organizational structure were established. And in February of 2025, we started to advertise and promote the program and the trade show. And I was asked if I would join the group as the trade show ambassador. they figured I had nothing else to do in retirement, that I should join them and have, join in with the fun. And it's been enjoyable. I've really enjoyed the time spent with the folks. We also, in February of 2025, booked the Pembroke Shores Golf Course for the annual Ross McKenzie Golf Tournament. That's an important part of the trade show. Gives everybody a chance to get together in a more casual environment, although there's some pretty competitive golfers that join in, but it's a fun time. In May of last year, we printed the trade show booklet, which you have in front of you. About 1,200 copies printed for distribution, and we still have a few left over. We brought some, and we'll leave them with you. If you can circulate those to your staff or any members of the public, that would be great. And then in June of last year, our planning committee, or a number of members of our planning committee, attended the 2025 trade show, which was held in Woodstock, Ontario. And the whole purpose of that was to go down and see how they had organized their trade show and learn from their experiences and bring that knowledge back and to help us make the trade show as good as we possibly could make it. And we continue with the ongoing promotion of the trade show. In fact, up until tomorrow, Chris, I guess, is our final meeting with one of the local councils. So quite excited about the way things are going. Some of the key personnel are on the next slide. I won't go through that. You will know some of those folks, some of them you may not know, but many of them have been around in the industry in Renfrew County for quite a number of years. You might wonder why Petawawa was chosen as the location for the trade show this time around. There are some criteria that AORS sets out. First of all, we have to have a location that's close to a provincial highway, makes it better access. So that was important. We're just a short stone's throw away from Highway 17. We have access to 300 to 400 hotel rooms within about a 45-minute drive. That's important for the suppliers in particular who are going to be here. We have over 200 booths all on the site, and those suppliers bring about 400 people or more into the area. A number of restaurants located within a short distance of the site. The 18-hole golf course I mentioned has to have capacity for 144 golfers. That's a big flight of golf tournament for the golf tournament. And we have to have all of the amenities that we've become so accustomed to enjoying. You know, Wi-Fi in particular that needs to be on site, and sufficient indoor and outdoor space for 125 to 150 booths indoors and about 170 booths outdoors. And I can tell you that at this point, we're booked up.
Oh, great.
I think, Chris, we had a couple of changes last week. A couple of suppliers said they weren't able to make it indoors, but there were suppliers lined up behind them to fill the booths. So
Fantastic.
we are sold out, which is great from our perspective. And
You have to add outdoor space.
we had to add outdoor space.
So it's.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great show.
What particular trades are you promoting?
I'll come back to that. if
Okay,
I
okay, no
can.
problem.
There are layouts in your slide deck for the indoor booths on the ice surface and the outdoor booths as well. I won't go through those, but they are there. Now, in terms of who's coming, the exhibitors that are coming, all aspects related to public works. Roads and bridges maintenance, construction, rehabilitation, building maintenance, facilities management, communications, engineering, surveying, design, contract administration, disaster management, equipment, fleets, GIS, GPS, all the new technologies that are out there. Parks and grounds is something that's relatively new to the AORS trade show within the last several years, but parks and grounds are important and more involved in the public works sector. Stormwater and flood control, something we're all too familiar with throughout the Ottawa Valley at this time of year. Traffic and pedestrian control, transit, underground utility locations, and staff training and education. And that's a key component of the trade show. There are exhibitors who will be here that will provide training opportunities that your staff then can go and talk to them, and you can go and talk to them about opportunities and how to access those opportunities. I want to come back to that a little bit later on in the presentation as well. There's some exciting things we're hoping to be able to do. In terms of the visitors, we expect visitors from all aspects of the public works sector, and the municipal sector as well. Much like the exhibitors, directors, managers, operations personnel, fleet and fleet safety people, consulting engineers, solid waste, facilities and grounds directors and managers, water services, that's something that's important, transportation, private contractors, area maintenance contractors, and we've opened the trade show up to the high schools and to Algonquin College for their students to attend, and we've had good pickup from the high schools already. What we're trying to do is encourage those students that might have an interest in the public sector or in the public, and particularly the public works sector, to come and see what it's all about and experience it and talk to people that have been around for a while. So there's some, an exciting part of the program as well. There are some opportunities as well. It gives us the opportunity, as I said earlier, to showcase all of the amenities and all of the things that we love and enjoy in Renfrew County and in the Ottawa Valley, and to the people that are coming to visit us. And we're hoping that some of those folks will come early and spend some extra time here, or will stay after the show and spend some extra time here. It puts seats in the restaurants, it puts people into our hospitality industry, and sells rooms and other facilities like that. And hopefully they'll bring their families back then at some point in the future as well. So we are, in addition to just AORs and the public works sector, we're trying to promote the tourism aspects as well, which from my perspective and from our organizing committee's perspective is every bit as important. Staff are also involved in the planning and organization of the trade show from many of the municipalities. And we're still looking and recruiting for help on the ground, boots on the ground, if you will. During the days of the trade show, the first day, 4 weeks from today, when we'll be having people come in and get set up. And then the 2 days that the trade show is open to the public as well. We'll need help with parking and directing. And yes, I will be putting my vest on to help with parking, no doubt. I have a little bit of experience in that from time to time. And the organization of the trade show. There's opportunities for education, for staff to network and view the various vendor displays that are there, and talk to the folks that are on site and learn about some of the new technologies and new things that are taking place. And it's changing almost day to day, as you know. It also gives us an opportunity to promote the businesses in the county and in the area, and encourage the people that are coming in to do business with our businesses here in Renfrew County. And that's an important opportunity as well. And then there's the Ross Mackenzie Memorial Golf Tournament. At last count last week, I think we had 3 spaces left in the golf tournament, Chris, am I right? So we're pretty well sold out, and we have a wait list. So if you're interested, we can get you on the wait list. Can't guarantee you a spot, but there's still an opportunity that you may be able to step in. So where do we go from here? Chris and I are doing this traveling roadshow to promote the trade show whenever and wherever we can. And we'll continue to do that. And we'll continue to meet with the local councils, although I think tomorrow night's our last meeting. We're heading out to Palmer Rapids to meet with the folks at Brudenell, Lindop, and Raglan. We've had very successful meetings with the local councils and very pleased with the response that we've got. We continue to enlist the support of suppliers and the various businesses throughout the area to sponsor things at the golf tournament, to sponsor different opportunities at the trade show. And we've had good success and tremendous pickup for that. And we're continuing with the planning. We're meeting every couple of weeks, and we'll likely start to meet every week over the next few weeks. So to make sure that everything is coming together quite nicely. We do have some requests of you, and we're not here to ask for money, but we do have some requests of you. The first is that your staff be given the opportunity to attend the trade show and experience what's going on, and learn from all of the folks that are going to be there. This is a wonderful opportunity, and unlike having to go to trade show when it's outside the area or to the Ontario Good Roads Conference or some of the other conferences, there's very limited travel and you don't have to pay for a room. So it's a good opportunity for your staff to go. So we'd certainly encourage you to encourage your staff to help and go to the trade show. And also to help out if they have the time. And I understand that staff time is limited, but if they have the time and you can spare some folks to come and help us with boots on the ground, that would be great as well. Let's take the opportunity to make this the best trade show that we can as a group. So I mentioned in 2014 that we hosted the trade show last in Arnprior. And out of that, the trade show committee generated a significant amount of funds. There is a fee charged to the suppliers to set up their displays. There is no fee for people attending the trade show. So for you and I to go and take in the trade show, it doesn't cost anything. Although we would ask that there is a registration process. And in fact, as of this morning, the pre-registration process is available online through the AOR's website, which you'll see in a few moments. But there is no fee for people to go and visit. But out of the fees that were generated in 2014, approximately $56,000 stayed within our local association. And after the 2014 trade show, the association sat down and the planning committee sat down and said, what are we going to do with this money? And we decided it was important to put that back into the community that supported us. So what we did was we set up a bursary for the high school. It's $30,000, $200 per high school per year that would be given out to students moving on to further their education. That bursary still exists and is still active, and we're hoping that it will be active for a number of years. And if all goes well, we hope we can top that up.
And we've added to it.
And we've added to it.
It's $500 a student now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So it's really done well. And it's important for students going on to further their education. Each of the 5 hospitals within Renfrew County received a $2,000 donation from the trade show in 2014. The 2 county long-term care homes, Bonisher Manor and Miramichi Lodge, each received $2,500 to help make the lives of the residents there a little bit better. I currently have an association with Miramichi Lodge. I'm checking out my rooms when I go. So I'm hoping they'll keep that going. We also assisted with the school food for learning program to the tune of $2,500 to make sure that youngsters going to school had something to eat every day. We did keep some money aside for our own use after 2014. I mentioned earlier about training. It was determined that a membership training fund should be set up. $8,000 was set aside for that to allow our membership to access training more easily within Renfrew County. So if we had to bring somebody in for a grader operator course or minimum maintenance standards course or something like that, that we could do that and we could assist with that and help defray some of the costs at least for our membership to attend those courses. And then there was a small amount, $333.41 that went into our general fund to cover the usual stuff, pens and paper and postage and things of that nature. So we put the money back into the community, which we felt was important. And already our organizing committee is talking about possible ways that we can put that money, any money that's raised, back into the community here as well. So with that, further information can be gleaned from the AOR's website. That information is in your slide deck and it's in the brochure as well. Or if you want to reach out to Trevor Woodkey at the town of Petawawa or Chris or myself, we can help get you more information as well. With that, Madam Chair, Madam Mayor, and members of council, thank you for your time and your support. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. And we look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, so you will get me the proper time,
We will let you know.
because
Yeah.
if I'm supposed to be there and I'm not there till noon, that doesn't make me look very good.
We will be
Doing
sure,
readings.
we will be sure that you have the
Thank
right.
you.
I think Merv has a question.
No, yeah, your show focus on municipal positions, so to speak. But,
Yes.
and this is way out of the, and I've preached this before I retired. If Ontario Hydro is going to build another Pickering or Darlington, where the hell are they gonna get the trades? Where are they gonna get the welders, the iron workers? And look, and I put that forth when I was still working, and the answer I got, we'll worry about when we get there. Well, we were getting there now.
Yes.
Yeah, because you have to build, start duplicating another nuclear plant. Where the hell are they gonna get the trades?
Yeah, and that's the challenge we have in public works. There's, we don't have enough people in the industry. So part of the reason for reaching out to the educational institutions is to draw people in, show them what's involved, and hopefully some of them will get involved.
Really, what they were told is you can make a living in this, you don't have to get your hands dirty.
Yes.
Sorry, Jen, did you have a question?
Yeah.
Comment?
So when, just out of curiosity, because this is something that's been bugging me for the last few weeks. Has the Buy Ontario Act caused any problems with bringing vendors into Ontario, into Canada from other areas?
Well, not in terms of the trade show. We're certainly sold out that way. But I'll let Chris respond.
think-
He's got more related acts.
Yeah, we're just now coming with this new buy on, well, there's a federal end of it and a provincial end of it.
Yeah,
It just seems to be gathering steam now. I would say if anything, the trade show is shedding a really positive light on Ontario manufacturing and industries.
excellent.
That, you know, maybe people aren't aware of. And certainly with the pressures coming from the administration south of the border, it's encouraging municipalities to invest in our in what we still have for Ontario manufacturing specialty products in the public works sector. So I think it's been good.
So just to be clear, I think the idea of Buy Ontario or Buy Canada is lovely.
Yeah.
I think it's ill-conceived the way it was rolled out. And I think it's going to make it very difficult on staff, people filling out RFPs.
Yes.
I know AMO's looking into it, LAS is looking into it. So it's sort of got a broad spectrum.
I agree. The intention was good, but the
The intent-
administrative burden might not be so great.
The intention is lovely and I'm glad, and that's sort of exactly the answer I wanted to get, was that you're actually seeing more of that Ontario Canadian pride. I think that's wonderful. My other question was, we did have a resolution that was circulating about the terrible treatment of some of our on the boots. Oh, you're carrying it, Chris.
I brought it, yeah.
All right.
Somebody
And
may have
so-
mentioned that to me. I think it was an ad.
We were going to pass it,
Yes.
but knowing that you were coming, I think that all five of us were interested. If you had anything that should be in addition to what you and Good Roads had put out, as it's sort of gone through municipalities and you're hearing different things from different municipalities.
Yeah, what I've been hearing from the municipalities in the county is broad support for the resolution. It's been passed in Pembroke, I believe. Petawawa just recently passed it when I brought it to council. I think it's a problem that it's been in the back burner, but for whatever reason in the last, I would say 10 years, it seems to be getting worse. People's treatment of municipal employees when they're conducting winter control operations is deplorable, if I may say. These individuals are providing a very important keeping our roads open so people can get to school, get their kids safely to appointments, allow for emergency vehicles to travel around. So they really are an essential service, and
Agreed.
their economy grinds to a halt if these individuals aren't performing their jobs. So the resolution is I believe a first step in acknowledging the importance of our winter control operations professionals and throwing some support behind them and how they're treated on a day-to-day basis.
Excellent. So a couple of things. I agree, yes, it's gotten worse. However, I also believe it's no different than PTSD. My dad was a cop for 43 years in Toronto. They never talked about the things that I mean, they talked about it, but they didn't seek therapy. They didn't talk to their colleagues. They just lived with it.
Yeah.
And I think as you destigmatize anything like that, people are going to start talking. And I think that your industry is mostly men, and as men are learning that they can say, whoa, 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 I just had this happen to me while I was plowing a road or grading the road or anything that they do out in the public. I think what this has done is allowed more of our roads employees to come forward. And I will tell you, I sit on the Roma board as well. And it's incredible to me to hear my colleagues say, oh, because of that resolution, now we're getting more of our roads employees saying, oh, you know what happened to me? You know what happened to me? And I think it's an important discussion to have. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything you wanted added as it's becoming more prevalent in the community.
Actually, Mayor Murphy, I think you're right on the ball with what you said. I've been 21 years in the industry. I was a plow operator, I was a sidewalk tractor operator. I've been hit with a shovel, I've been spit on, I have been verbally assaulted, I've had my family threatened, and I've had my life threatened in my career. You're right, we typically didn't talk about it.
No.
It was just, oh, well, it's part of the job. Now it's-
Exactly.
Yeah, so I fully agree with you, and I'm living proof of that. Oh, I'm not gonna tell the guys what, it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal, and over the course of your career, if that keeps happening over and over again, it does wear you down. And you wonder if you want to continue on in the job or if you're even appreciated, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think this is a very good first step in addressing what I think has been there for a long time.
Then I think consider it passed by Bonnechere Valley Council. We thought, boy, if you're coming and now it's been a few weeks, maybe there are other things that should be added, but that's fantastic. And I'm sure when you got hit with the shovel, you probably went back to the office, you went, man, I got hit with a shovel.
Yeah.
Right? It would have been a cautionary tale, but not in the way we're seeing some of these stories unfold now.
And especially with digital, like online and social, and the complaints, there's a lot of complaints about roads or conditions of roads,
Yes.
and that following is much greater than a handful of people.
And I heard an awful story at a meeting I was at a couple of weeks ago, which I will not share. But I cannot believe the treatment of some of these employees. And ironically, this gentleman was grading a road and the guy flipped out. Anyway, the grader operator quit. So now you're down a grader operator, which, as we just said, we need. And because of the treatment, now that road didn't get graded that day. Probably that road didn't get graded for 3 or 4 days. So now they've got to find somebody to put on the grader to go ahead and grade the road. So there's some irony there as well. Anyway, those are just that's what I've heard sort of across the province just since this resolution came out.
Meredith, do you have a question?
Yeah, you were talking about attracting students to the trade show. I would also just say, like, I am fully in favor of if staff have the ability and the time, 100%. Like, I think we always encourage professional development and that kind of thing. So personally, I would be in favor of it if we wanted to have a further conversation, but I think that's terrific. But just in terms of the students, so I have a young lad who's 16 in high school and interested in going in the trades. What should I tell him why would this be something that he should go to?
Well, it's more than. Public Works is now more, and has been for many years, more than what many people have in their minds as the classic view of a roads employee. The guy that goes out and patches holes and grades roads, right? It's much more than that. And it's engineering, it's environmental services, it's contract administration, it's dealing with members of the public, it's dealing with elected officials. And as someone who spent 42 years in the industry before I retired, I can tell you the depth of experience is just phenomenal. And it's a tremendous career. And there's plenty of opportunity for advancement, regardless of what aspect of the career of the public works sector you want to get into. And that's not to downgrade by any means the fellows that are out there plowing snow and filling potholes. they perform a tremendously important service. There's lots of opportunities there.
So you get to see the breadth of work that's available. And, like, are there any interactions that one would have, or you kind of go around and see?
This is, I would say this is very similar to many of the spring home shows.
Right,
that we
got it.
see
That's what I
in
was-
the area every year. And it's what one makes of it.
Yeah.
If I want to go to the spring home show and I want to put interlocking stone down, I talk to all the interlocking stone contractors and suppliers. Same kind of thing here. They're more than happy to talk. And there may be job opportunities that open up. So
Yeah.
your child is 16, coming up to the point where as a co-op placement student, there
Yeah,
may be an
exactly.
opportunity. There are opportunities like that with municipal sector, municipal governments, with private sector organizations to do those co-op placements. And that's important. It gives them a taste
Yeah.
of what it's like, and then they can decide what their future career path.
Oh, thank you so much for that answer, and thank you for all the work that you're both doing and bringing in economic development into the area and showcasing what we have to offer, and then the money that gets put back in. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you so much. That's great.
Any other questions? John?
So, you live, Petawawa lives right next door to a wonderful community, Garrison Petawawa. Have they been a help to you as well?
Yes, very much so. In fact, one of their members sits on our planning committee.
No
And so
surprise.
they've stepped up. Folks from CNL have also stepped up to help out. And it's more than just the municipal public works sector.
Yeah.
And that's important. So yeah, they are there.
Good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we hope to see you all there. Hope to see your staff there.
Any-
And,
I agree with Meredith, though. I don't think that Jason and Daryl are sitting right there
Yeah.
behind you. And I think that they know how to organize their staff so that, they can send people as they want to
I
go.
just thought I'd let you know, Mayor Murphy, there is a whole display of electrified vehicles and equipment, so you might find that.
Too soon, Chris. Too soon.
and we're going to have some robotic equipment there. as well.
Not an interest. Okay, I'm totally in.
And be able to.
You're
do
pretty
some-
funny. I love somebody that can tease.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome. No, look, again, I've said this over and over. Thanks to the federal government for the grant to have the car. I just don't think it should go out of the county of Renfrew.
It probably shouldn't.
It probably
Good
should.
enough, it's for
The other-
anyway.
I was gonna say one other thing, the spring economic update, which was just a week or two ago from the federal government, like huge investments, to your point, in the trades and 100,000. So I think like this is really something that is current, especially with AI, and a lot of jobs are gonna be disappearing. Like AI can't do these roles. These are human roles, so.
And we're hoping that maybe one of the businesses that comes to have a booth, maybe they'll set up shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we've got this industrial park that could be all ready to go in Whitewater, right? That 90 acres. Like if there was ever a time, now's the time, right? Fully serviced, gas, like everything.
Thanks.
All right,
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Yes,
thank you, Steve.
any event that has a street name, the food truck lane is for me.
Poutine Festival, is that your favorite?
Wow, what the hell?
Oh, yeah. Steve, at Expo 150, there was Sweet Street. Is there gonna be a Murphy Road?
I'm on it.
Yeah. We can make that happen.
Bob Sweet got everything named after him.
He was warden for,
He was warden for Expo 150.
yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it counts as
We'll,
at the sun show.
we'll get a Murphy Road.
The staff can go.
Thanks again, everybody.
Have a good day.
Moving on to reports. Welcome, Jason, or Daryl first, which one? Daryl, you got a comment? Water and sewer.
Hello, Daryl.
Hello.
My goodness, Enbridge is everywhere.
They are.
Holy,
Well, they're sure keeping us busy with locates.
I have no doubt. I read it in your report and I'm thinking, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
even just getting around town has been
Yeah.
something else.
They've been doing really well though.
Yeah. Agreed.
Now they're in a bad spot where they are because of the ground material, but I guess they'll get
You
through
know,
it.
they dig a hole this big and they take a rock out that this big.
Yeah, no way.
It's amazing.
It's crazy.
It's great.
So anyways, other than that, we've been working on our audit, getting ready for the audit. Andrew's getting everything in place and so that's coming up in June. Guess we have our offsite, and then in the 1st of July, they come for an on-site audit. We had to add some filter media to our filter beds, and we did quarterly samples, cleaned out our pumping stations. And I guess if we're ready for summer,
If it ever comes,
whatever comes.
Supposed to be a hot one.
you watch, it's gonna go from this to
Yeah. We'll have
35.
3 days this spring.
Yeah, that's right.
Anything else? Anybody got anything for me?
Nope, you're doing
Nope.
everything perfectly just like we expect you to.
Oh, okay. Nice.
We get a little, I get a little stressed when you come up, but anyway.
Only you do.
It's the liability.
All right, thank you.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Is there,
Is there?
is the freezing coming out?
No, it's sort of.
Well, Jason.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Jason.
Bring us here.
Sure, it is supposed to snow this week. isn't it?
Somebody said that it was supposed to snow on
Yeah.
Friday. Okay,
Not here.
not here. Never snows in paradise in the spring.
Okay, so we'll get started here. We did hire a part-time assistant for the back of the garbage truck, and we did start today.
Nice.
Our sanitation driver Glenn is coming back next Tuesday. After medical leave. We did hire a summer student that started today, and the other will be in end of June.
Awesome.
Keystone High School. The spring grading, we have more than finished than what's on the list, but it is progressing very well with the damp temperatures, and everything's packing in very well. So
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, that's quite the list of roads.
yeah, for sure. And we're also looking after lots of beavers and patching roads and doing some brushing as well.
So where do you put the used beavers? Sorry.
Do those pelts get used? Just a curious.
They don't work that day, there's trapper.
Not this time of year, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just mean donated to indigenous communities or something.
No, the trappers usually look after little beavers. So what they'll do is they'll skin them out and then sell them, you know.
No. They relocate them to a beaver.
Heaven.
Yeah, that's right. To their own beaver place where they lived with other beavers.
I think Whiskers and Paws and Tails takes care of that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, whiskers and alley cats.
Let's get back. to it.
Yeah.
I was just curious, question. Anyway.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers.
I know, that's what my mother used to say.
So our tender for summer gravel came out, and we had 3 tenders. The lowest tender was Poultry Excavating, which I would recommend. The winter sand, it came out, we had 1 tender. Which was Ralph Cell,
Just get to the good stuff. Number 8.
number 8, yes.
Number 8.
Yes.
Yay!
So the bottle collection sand. Ministry and Canadian came up with a good plan. So they have accepted that we can without changing the ECO on the waste site, so that makes things very easy.
If only we could do this with the trade hut. Like, Okay, so when I was reading this, to this point, we already collect bottles, ergo, they can collect bottles as a fundraiser. We already collect old coffee tables. So what is the difference if the coffee table goes into a little hut and somebody comes and takes the coffee table out? I don't understand what the difference is.
One is scavenging and one is being recycled. Recycling process is approved, scavenging is not.
I would argue the fact that it is recycling.
Yeah.
It's
It
It's
reuse,
reuse, but it's not recycled. But yes, are they similar? Absolutely.
that's all I could think of when I read this. I was like, okay, wait a minute, let me read this one more time.
Yeah.
So they're saying we already accept something, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So then, okay, then if somebody wanted to do a buy and sell at the waste site, then that it would be the same thing.
Perhaps, we could certainly ask that question.
I think we should. And it'll be the Bonnechere Valley Council buy and sell. It'll all be free.
Sounds good.
Leave a penny, take a penny.
I think we should. Cause I'm thrilled. I think this is great. Like, we've got to start using some common sense here.
So this was for at Valley on
Yes.
Rescue. So how do we, I don't know, it's a conversation for another day and determine then others who want to do this?
If others want, they can come forward for certain. I think this is no different than when they do the bottle drive at the beer store the beer
Yeah.
store for leukemia, and then somebody else does it for heart and stroke.
You could see multiple bins there with different
Absolutely.
names on them. Yeah.
Or the way it would happen was they'd have different weeks,
or that, yeah,
right?
yeah. But for now, we've got this,
Yeah.
so let's say yay to them.
Yeah.
So then get it going, HHW's open, and I think it's beauty, and what a way to divert. Again, right? Awesome, I'm very happy about that. Thank you for doing that, Annette and Jason.
Yes, thank you. And perhaps we can share the information so that like other groups don't have to think of it in a vacuum. We can say this is available if you're interested
Yes,
in organizing a week or two at the, please get in touch and then we can divvy them up.
yeah,
Cause I know minor hockey relied on it and others as well, so it's good to be transparent.
yeah, it's just. We're providing a location that
Right.
now the ministry is saying is okay.
Yeah, and they can take care of the coming in and
Exactly.
taking, and we don't have to.
Yep. As long as our staff doesn't have to be in charge of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the winter hours will be finishing and the summer hours will be starting at waste sites, May 15th.
Yep.
Hazardous waste will be open on the 16th.
Fantastic.
Yes, Sand Road will be closed on Monday, May 18th for Victoria Day. Snowdrifters hours will be Monday to Thursday, 8 till noon. And then Tuesday to Thursday, then Thursdays will be in effect after August 28th.
Sorry, didn't Snowdrifters always have a Saturday morning too? Or is that
Yeah,
out?
that's regular hours.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yes.
this is summer special, that's extensions,
Yeah,
okay.
this is for
Thank you.
construction people.
Yeah.
To just try to accommodate them as much as we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we can sell, so Daryl can sell more building permits.
Exactly. Did you see? Wow. Yeah, it's good.
Good.
So we have.
Thank you, Jason.
Do we know if Daryl's here? Daryl Wagner?
Yeah,
I saw him earlier.
I think they're early.
Wanna take that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can we take a minute?
Sure we can.
I forgot to put my glasses on.
Do you want to take a 5 minute?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Ready?
We are back on.
Okay, so before we start with Daryl's report, I just want to let you know that I received a text from the owners of the property with the bales of hay on fire expressing his absolute thanks from all of us affected by the fire on Groton Road, that we were all very pleased on how organized he was and how quickly the guys had everything under control. I know people mostly just criticize, so thank you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was challenging to say the least. Because we didn't know at that point, I had no idea there was 2 calls going on.
Well, I drove by, I was telling you this, because we had picked up my daughter from camp and we were driving by and we were like, oh, there's a fire, you could see, and then we like, no, it was like on both sides of the road, it
Yeah.
was quite shocking.
Yeah.
So, and I think what shocked me the most was, I knew something bad was going on because I pulled up to 512. I was waving at you, but you were flying, down 41. But I realized when you called in North Algona Wilberforce, how difficult it was for them to get into town and get around. Because town was busy
Oh, was
on
it?
Sunday. It was really busy, actually.
And yeah, we'll talk a little further in.
Okay, but I wanted to, but I thought that was an important thing to get, you
Yeah.
know.
No,
But I
that's
also
not-
think it highlights why we need the agreement with Admaster and Brumley, and I know you're doing work on that.
But those properties wouldn't have been part of that agreement,
No, but they would have, if we had an agreement, it would have been, they could have been.
still
called.
mutual aid.
Yeah, we
It was
actually,
mutual aid.
we actually did call in Douglas as well at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Because we were needed to separate, get more water in one spot. So Douglas was there. They just sent a pumper and a tanker.
Yeah.
And then we hooked up and they were feeding the forestry lines going into the bush
Okay,
because we were.
yeah, I think with 2 events, 2 calls to mutual aid made
Yeah.
an abundance of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then also the M&R came in because when I started to do my walk around it was like, it was moving. And actually had quite a head start on us.
you had the Sierra team in with the drone.
They came in with the drone,
Okay.
yeah, and then they got up and then we were able to actually picture the fire, find the hot spots. Source out some water, because we were having a problem trying to find water.
Yeah,
And then we seen a road behind it, and then we come in from behind. You typically don't fight a wildland fire by going in front of it. It's not a good idea. But we, at that point, we had no choice. We had to stop it, because if it would have jumped the road. There was 250 acres back there of prime bush, and then who knows where it would have went,
oh,
because it was wind driven like crazy. Yeah,
Mhm, it's really weird.
it wasn't windy at all on Sunday, was it, Alex?
Was it
Getting
lit?
blown away.
Was it lit? Was it the fire lit?
you mean intentionally, or?
Yes,
We have a, we're not 100% sure, but we have an idea.
looks that way.
No, it wasn't intentional, but we have a idea of what happened, but we just don't know. So.
That's enough said then.
that's-
Yes.
Yeah,
Welcome, Daryl.
okay, so we don't have to discuss that then. So you can see that April was quite a bit lighter than last year.
Mhm.
But May is off to a. Picking up where April left off, so.
Gosh, look at last year.
So I mean, it's something we can't control. I mean, as dry as it's been, there's been a few wildland fires around us, so I don't know. You do some rain,
Yet there's been flooding.
yes, I know. It's just it's a weird spring. I mean, it wasn't just us out on the weekend. It seems like most of the county was out. So,
And I know just from talking at county last week, Greater Madawaska wanted Horton and Whitewater to send their water,
Mhm.
Yes.
send all the floodwaters.
Mm.
so our numbers are staying the same. You see the other calls we had, like. One was outside the township hydro public assist. So we are gonna be running 2 more nights for the junior program in May, and then we're taking the summer off. Cause most of the kids, some of them have jobs, and it's just gonna be a little problematic. We don't want them to fall too far behind in the program. And then once we start back up in September, we'll give them a couple more weeks to reclimatize for school and then start again. So,
And yeah, two more from the original group are rolling up. And
Great.
then one of them is bringing their father with them.
Oh, good.
So our numbers are climbing.
I love it.
Kind of like reverse recruiting.
It really is.
Yeah, the program is really, I mean, it's exceeded my expectations.
It's fantastic,
Yeah.
Daryl.
There is another gentleman, but he lives in Petawawa, but he does have family out here, so it's a bit of a stretch. But if he gets closer, and I said, we'll talk about it, so. He's one of
We
the
welcome
kids.
all.
Yeah, I know, but from, he'd never make a
No,
truck.
no,
for
he
that.
should move here.
Yeah, yeah, so.
Okay.
And the twin pumper arrived on Friday. We didn't do a big fanfare
I was
because
gonna say,
it's the same truck, all it has a deck gun. And so, but we put it to use on Sunday,
no kidding.
yeah.
Yeah,
And actually on Sunday night when we went back for the bales that we relit, instead of pulling out the forestry on it, I just hit it with that deck gun. Just
Great.
smash it. It actually worked.
so now you're full complement. You're all good for equipment.
Yeah,
Yay.
we're not doing too bad. The tandem has to will be going away shortly
Yeah.
to get it refurbished. We told them what we want right off the start, and then we will look at other things that down the road, so.
Are you naming the twins?
You know what? Maybe you guys should do that.
Alex and Zach.
I'm not even gonna say my name because I just asked for a road at the at the AIRS conference.
I was gonna say Cheech and Chong, like. I could
Oh.
smell it.
It fits really.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So we do have a picture of the two nose to nose,
Yes.
because Jill requested it, and I think we're gonna kick it to Gerald as well.
Okay, perfect.
So, when they were going out for their photo op, it looked pretty cool, seeing it drive down the road, one behind the other, so.
Fantastic.
So we'll move on to building, and.
Holy Hannah. Your building permits.
Yeah, they're coming, I mean, they're keep dribbling in, so.
That doesn't feel like a dribble. That feels like a deluge.
No, it's not so bad, I mean,
That's good.
yeah,
Modest.
Very.
we just keep, like, I get the box empty, then it fills up, so.
That's the way to do
Keep
it.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah, so, and I was able to get a fillable one put online. I tried it today. I have them from when I was in GM,
And
and don't know yet. Today we just launched it.
no, but even from your perspective, is it easy to use?
Oh, absolutely.
Like it's user friendly.
It's still the same. It's prescribed for from the ministry, but it's fillable, so they don't have to print it and
Yeah.
print it and just resend it. All they had to do is upload their picture or like their plans.
I like it.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the accessory one first. And then I'll morph into the home package, and I'll see if I have the septic one, but can always make changes, so. Go on.
Can you build with unplaned lumber, rough style lumber?
You can build an accessory building, will allow that, or if you're going to do a home, I would require that a grader comes in, grades it up, but I need to get a letter
Okay.
with they have to be in good standing.
No, yeah, this is a guy from the reserve, obviously. When we build the house. You never see, when you have a sawmill, you never seen a log that you can't saw something out of.
Yeah.
And then with the house built, like several stables full of unsawn lumber.
No, like I said, we don't have a problem with accessory buildings, and again, houses, as long as they get it graded, so.
Can I go back to fire just for a second on the, would you mind?
Yeah, no.
The, the bylaw that we passed about no, no.
Burning brush piles during.
Thank you.
Daytime
We delayed, sorry, I'm like, we delayed the start of that, I believe,
Till June first, yes,
till June first.
so we can educate.
Okay. Just with the fire on the weekend and whatnot, I think it might be a wake up call to people and wondering if we wanna think about even moving it up, given what's going on, or you think it's still, the plan is still
Well,
good?
we're already a week into May.
Yeah.
June first is just, another 3 weeks out, 3+, so. When I talked to Gerald for the story of this, I told him, I said, I really want people to be very careful, because, and they know it's coming,
Yeah.
I'm hearing some chatter, so everybody's getting ready for it. I heard something today, I dropped some chainsaws up, and they told me that people are actually purchasing wood chippers now, because they're gonna chip it.
Really
Yeah, that's what I was told.
interesting.
Yeah, I guess my worry and the reason I asked the question for you to tell us, not for me to say, obviously, is like I worry that people think, oh, we have limited time, let's get all our burning done now.
It's,
Like we could see
well, it is possible. I haven't really seen an increase in permits yet,
okay,
but,
Okay.
you just don't know, right?
yeah,
The only, so when you said June first, I was thinking May first of the time because of the May 2 for long weekend.
mhm,
And I do worry about what Meredith.
You'll
just
know,
said.
and we'll have to monitor it then.
Yeah.
If we have to, if we have to claw back, then we will,
Okay,
because we have to protect the township.
exactly.
Because there's still no daytime burning under the provincial regs.
Yeah,
They still need a permit.
yes,
If
Yeah.
it's more than a campfire, so
Yeah.
it still has to come here, and you
Yes.
can still deny the permit.
that's right.
If it's too windy, if it's
Yeah.
too whatever, and we can always put a fire ban on if we need to.
Yeah.
so we have safeguards.
We
yeah.
have to take care.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
good, good,
Okay,
thanks, that's why I
Yeah.
asked to have you all
No,
say that,
after this weekend too, I was thinking. the
Yeah.
same thing.
yeah.
What's gonna happen now?
I always worry about long weekends, especially
Yeah,
May 2 that's
Yeah.
traditionally the first.
Opening up the cottages.
Exactly.
cleaning it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they, for some reason, they just gotta strike a match. I
Yep.
don't understand it, so. Okay.
great,
Good
thanks
job.
for,
All right.
Thanks, Darrell.
Bye, Daryl.
We're going down, Sandra.
you're next.
So the 2025 draft financials were in your packages from McKillican and Associates. Did anyone have any questions on those that they would like answered?
I actually, I had happened to be talking to Erin and I did have a question. She answered it.
Okay.
I don't know if this is part of that, but I didn't understand the amortization carry, like that whole thing was a bit over my head.
Okay, yep.
The fully funded amortization.
Yes, so basically that is just saying that we don't budget for amortization. We're just making the public aware that, that resolution that will pass tonight is we don't budget for amortization. We don't budget for the unfunded future employment benefit costs. So like if you were to fire everybody and you have to pay that out.
You're just reading what I read. thinking that I understand it.
Okay, I'm gonna make this really easy. So
I'm
remember,
like, talk to me like I'm 5. Go.
I'm not gonna talk to you like you're 5, but I'm going to do this very simply. I'm gonna use one example because our viewing public might want to know as well. Okay. Remember when we were doing budget and you had the question about the $62,000? Okay, so let's. What is going on?
The
You're shredding.
Shredding.
You're shredding.
Yes, that's fine, thank you.
Thanks, Jamie. All right. So that is a journal entry that the accountants put in after the fact. That depreciates, so amortization is just depreciation, okay? Just another word for it, because I'm gonna make this really simple. So if we had to budget for that $62,000, and remember that was in one department, that is 1.5% on our levy. So in a perfect world, we would budget for amortization for full cost replacement of every single asset the township has. If we did that, we would be bankrupt. There is no way on this good green earth that we could, because you gotta remember that was just one section of fire of that 62,000.
Can you give me a real life example?
So,
Like, I'm not kidding about that. I'm trying to, I need to,
okay,
it's like, it's a truck or something.
it is, it's a story,
Okay.
I'm sorry, yes.
Thank you.
I'll just use depreciation on the fire truck because I think that's the easiest. It's not correct. It's not fully correct, but
Okay.
I'm gonna use it. We buy a fire truck. Every year that fire truck is written down. It is depreciated or amortized over a determined amount of time depending on the asset. So let's pretend the fire truck depreciates over 10 years,
20.
20 years. Okay. So is it declining balance or is it a set amount every year?
It's a set amount over every
It's
year.
okay, so it's sometimes there's declining balance, sometimes.
Right, it's like a car
Okay,
payment.
so. We bought a fire truck. And every year we depreciate it by a set amount. So let's pretend that amount is, what's 1%?
40,000. Oh, 1%.
1%, oh, okay. So let's pretend that every year we amortize or depreciate 1%, which is $45,000. So every year, we would have to budget for that $45,000. It would actually be part of our budget document and we would be levying on it. So
So like a savings to put forward for the next one that we're buying.
exactly.
Got it, thank you. And that's the same with like staff,
The post-employment,
post-employment
yes.
costs. Okay, thank you.
It's a
I
savings.
kind of thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to make it.
It's a bad idea for people watching as
Yeah.
well to understand, because that was confusing in the budget. And it's a shame because it's not a shame. When we get to our budget, we already have almost our audited financial statements. They've already done a lot of the journal.
Well, I do the journal entry at year end.
Okay,
I
okay.
save the journal entry for year end because it's a $2 million, it's almost a $2 million entry. So it would make,
Thank you.
The
That's very
financials.
important information to have. So we amortize $2 million
just under 2 million.
and 1% on our levy is $45,000.
So they're not real costs, they're future costs. So we're not budgeting for future costs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. And so there's three things made up of that. The amortization, future employee costs, which would be vacation that nobody took throughout the year over time. And then the last one is the asset retirement obligation, which is like 3.4 million. What it's gonna cost us to close our dumps when we get there.
Which
Which
we
is
are
a very
never,
scary number.
well, which
Yeah.
we agreed years ago, we would absolutely never, ever, ever,
Do
ever,
again.
ever have enough money for post-closure costs. Ever.
None of us will be here then.
It didn't matter what, no, the decision we made though was it didn't matter. If every year we put in $20,000, we were never gonna have enough money for post-closure, ever. So I also believe, quite frankly, that this is why the provincial government has not insisted that there was talk years ago about budgeting for, for full replacement costs. They seem to have taken that off the table, which is good.
And so there's bylaw in the package for tonight for the 2026 operating capital budget. And the 2026 tax rate bylaw is in your package for tonight as well. And the borrowing bylaw for the fire truck is in tonight's meeting as well. I attended a 1-hour finance workshop online on April 24th. We received our second payment from the Ontario Municipal Partnership Fund in the amount of $444,675. We have received our 2026 annual repayment limit from the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing. It's down from last year. Our annual repayment limit is $800,936, and our estimated 2026 loan repayments at $712,682.
I just have to go back for just a second.
Sure.
Because I didn't add up all your amortization.
Okay.
That's 45% on our levy. So this year we would have been raising taxes 46%.
But it doesn't make sense that today's taxpayers are paying for tomorrow's things anyway, so.
And that was the other argument.
Yeah.
Anyway. There are arguments for and against. Sorry, Sandra, I did the math in my head and I'm like, that can't be right. It is right.
And the last thing, as you can hear, Iron Mountain is here
Yeah.
today, shredding our 2018 records that were out in the hallway.
They are Iron Mountain.
And normally they show up in the morning, so.
These are digitized too, though, right? These are just the paper copies?
Not necessarily.
A lot of it would be though, like accounts payable, accounts receivable.
So what's your spread for shredding? I do mine after 7 years. Is that about the same?
7, yeah,
That's the law.
That's a
And
lot
there's
of
some
stuff
that are
for 7
permanent.
years.
obviously.
that's
Yeah.
1 year. No, that's 1 year.
I said to
Okay.
Daryl when I came in, that's a fire hazard.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Sandra's homework.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we're about 25 bankers boxes of paper
Per year.
per year at least. This was a big year. We had 32 boxes. The library brought us 4 down, so.
it's funny to think that we thought, computers and smart devices were gonna, yeah. I know that, I'm laughing too, that they were going to eliminate the need for paper.
Yep,
Well, when we upgraded our software many years ago from DOS to Windows, the paper out of our business tripled.
Really?
Yep.
I remember when we went to computers. If guys would have a report on the computer, they would print it and put it in their file as well. Didn't trust the computer.
I will say maybe it's a municipal kind of unique thing or depend like work, but the offices where I've worked over the last number of years, there's not even a file cabinet in the office.
Really?
Yeah, there's no paper almost. So maybe there's a bit of a balance coming on.
Thanks, Sandra.
Thank you. And for the explanation. Okay.
Moving on to correspondence A. Does anyone have anything they want to highlight, discuss numbers 1 to 5? Nope, don't see anything. So Jen, for the number 6 and 7 for county council summary and Eorn, do you want to touch on a few things there, or, I mean, it's all
There-
listed there if the public wants to see, it's good
That is the-
information.
I'm telling you, that is the beauty. My mayor's reports
Yeah.
are so easy now. Cause everybody's sending out this, we've got county council, Eorn and Roma. I'm like, this is brilliant. If you want to know what I'm doing, it's in our correspondence.
Yeah, it's pretty thorough and it's good stuff to highlight.
I think the most important thing is that all the councils are getting the exact same information. So if there's something pertinent to Bonnechere Valley in any of the days that we're at those meetings, I make sure I put them in my mayor's report. But this is giving you a great snapshot of exactly what happened at those board meetings.
Yeah.
Or county council.
Yeah, it's good info.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to FCM communications. Anything anyone want to comment on, carry forward? No? Roma update and municipal inspection program improvements.
Sorry. Emo just made me remember, did we get registered for Emo or do we have to do that on our own? Cause I think
didn't
I got an
register-
email.
I didn't register anybody yet, just got hotels, because hotels are always what goes first.
Okay.
Just got-
I think we got an email about registration deadlines approaching. So I just wanted to clarify if we should do it ourselves or if it's being done centrally.
I don't. It could be for delegation requests.
That's what it's
Is-
for.
is
That's what it's for?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think it's for registration, but
Thank
yeah.
you. It
it's-
seemed a bit early.
Yeah, no, I think early bird registration ends at the end of June, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And you can register day of, as John.
Yes.
Last year,
Not for the early bird.
No,
not for the early, no, the
bird.
early bird is probably gone.
Yeah.
But,
I just dropped, I said, I know Jennifer Murphy and they just let me
They
right
just
through.
let you so yeah, just let me know if you want me to register you, let me know what days, and if you're registering yourself, that's fine too. Just maybe send me a confirmation before the end of the month and I'll get everybody registered in June.
Thank you. Thanks for the diversion. I just twigged.
No, delegation requests have to be in by next Friday.
Do we want any delegation
Yeah, we
requests?
I do have a report coming forward to council next meeting.
But we just added one this morning, which I will touch on.
Okay.
In the mayor's report.
And Tracy, if you would like me to just mention quickly about the inspection report, the letter that we got from the ministry for water
Number 11?
number
Yeah.
11.
Yep,
So we're already, because we're so great, we are already on a focused inspection. So this does not help us or reduce our workload whatsoever, but we appreciate that the minister has announced it and maybe other people it will help. We're already there.
so just for just a hot minute, I thought this cannot be another inspection. Like, God help us all if Darrell has to go through yet another inspect, and then I realized, no, We're already there.
We're already there.
We're already there.
So, it's a great announcement.
Like, I would come untethered if that poor man had to go through yet another report.
Okay. Moving on to any other comments? Move on to correspondence B. Anything anyone want to address in this section? No, okay. Correspondence C, we have something today. The resolution regarding heritage properties.
All right.
Meredith, I think this was one
We
of
left
you.
this on for you.
Yes, just a second, I just lost my page. Where is it? Here.
Request the province of Ontario to extend the deadline for notices of intention to designate listed heritage properties.
Yeah, they're just my whole agenda and. Billy. Didn't you hate it? You do that? Okay. I am personally in support of this, and I know it doesn't necessarily relate to our municipality, but I think that things are being done in a very rushed manner. And people, other municipalities are being asked to get these heritage designations. With an election coming and all those kinds of things, we know what happens with lame duck. So I personally would like to support this, even though I don't think that it affects us directly. It's like when other municipalities see the validity in our needs and issues, and they support us, even though like they don't have skin in the game. So I would personally like to, if others are willing.
I definitely want to support this resolution. And I also think if it is extended, it gives us the opportunity to say, right? Like,
Yeah.
where, exactly what you just said, like, are things being rushed and we're not thinking about, I honestly, I thought the bridge was a heritage. I thought it was when we applied for funding for something, so, even I was completely wrong or misinformed.
And I'll give you an example also, like, let's say the museum was on the list to be made a heritage building, but we wanted to do the bathroom. Well, if you do the bathroom when it's a heritage building, it's a whole lot more complicated
Yeah.
and if you do it beforehand. So giving some of these municipalities time to get some of the things that they want done before they designate it.
Good point.
Yeah, so, and it's funny because of the washroom
Yeah.
situation. And when we get there, it's not my mayor's report. That's the other delegation Annette and I are gonna ask for is that, I'll speak to it when we get there.
Yeah.
The $90,000 bathroom.
I can support this then too, I think.
Awesome,
So all in favor of that? I am, Mark.
perfect.
So we'll bring something tonight or next week.
Next meeting, okay. Okay, moving on to new and unfinished business mayor's report.
All right. Thank you, council. So since my last report, I attended 21 meetings and several events. April County Council report is in our correspondence. The Roma board met on April 9th and 10th, and the summary is in our correspondence. EORN met April 16th and 17th in Kingston, and the report's in our correspondence. I'm really honored, by the way, to be reelected as chair. Bob White of Pembroke is vice chair, of course, that you read. And I already told everybody about the 2 dead zones that aren't necessarily in Bonnechere Valley, but they affect us driving southbound on Highway 41, but you've got to be on Rogers. And I didn't put in here, we are hosting EORN at the end of May, which I'm really excited about. We're gonna take we've got a school bus and we're gonna take them to the Wilno Tavern and
Oh, nice.
tour them around
Caves.
the county a little.
Need any help
Oh,
with that? I'm on the way.
for you. So I'm hoping for good weather so we can sit on the patio.
Mhm.
Our CDHU did not meet in April, so I don't have a report from Dr. Morgenstern. Eastern Ontario Wardens Caucus, Craig Kelly and I are going to Toronto on Sunday for the EOWC Queen's Park Day on Monday and Tuesday, which I'll have a report on next month. We have a meeting on Friday, a planning meeting, because we've got a whole bunch of delegations and I think we're gonna divide and conquer. So that should be interesting.
What day is this Queen's Park Day?
May 10th and 11th.
Okay. There is a spring fling that happens. It's May 20th and it's like the press gallery type thing, but it's more casual and provincial and like they all attend and so
Oh,
if you were gonna be there that,
oh, yeah,
say
no,
stay
no,
one
no,
day.
no, this is all very serious, so
Yeah.
meeting, like, yes.
but this is a good sort of
No, it's-
relationship.
It's actually not, it's more of a fireside chat with ministers, which is really nice,
Good.
and doesn't mean the 15-minute delegation,
Yeah,
which is, you know. So I'm gonna get into events, but before I do, I want to take a minute to talk about the Bank of Montreal branch closure. I actually wrote this down because if I didn't, I was going to have a rant of proportions that nobody has seen from me in 16 years. I am so angered. I thank you, Meredith, and thank you, Annette, for all of the work that you put into this with me, and I've got to tell I wrote it down and now I'm not even gonna use it. The amount of correspondence and advocacy that went into keeping this branch open in a very short timeline, as we all know, has been epic. And I'm so disappointed in the federal government and the provincial government. I don't understand the correspondence we received from them, you know, that they feel that this branch did all of the compliance that they needed to do. I respectfully disagree with that. I think that our community came together and they made a strong unified case for why this branch should be kept open. Its geography, our demographic, the special relationship we have with the Algonquins of the Wampanoag, with the Mennonites, with our farmers, with our tourist business. I am angered and disappointed. And I just want our public to know that I think that this council did all that we could to keep this branch open. And so just as early as this morning, Annette and I agreed that we would see if we can at least get them to leave or to keep a bake machine and some sort of drop off here. But so I'm sure we'll have a report on that in the next month. I'm really disappointed in this decision, and I'm really disappointed that what the feds and the province consider consultation with our people. And it was good enough. It was not. And if this is the way banks can operate and then have the audacity to open branches in California, Arizona, all over the United States and close in our beautiful village, it's disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful. So I was so mad when I sat down to write this morning. I thought I better write it down because there was swearing involved. So, and I certainly didn't want to do that.
I think we're all in agreement with you, how you feel.
Like,
It's very disappointing.
I just think that Meredith put us, like, Annette did tons of work. And then Meredith put us in touch with the Secretariat and
Secretary
then,
of State.
sorry, Secretary.
Secretary.
I'm flustered. Now I'm naming horses. The Secretary of State for CRA and Finance and the meetings and the correspondence and Minister Bethlen Falvey, who's the Minister of Finance for the province, sending us quite a dismissive email. But I don't think that our general public really knows all the work that went on behind the scenes. And I want to assure them that we really, really, really did try.
I would like to suggest one last thing. Which
Shoot.
is something that a resident or maybe several residents brought up at the public meeting that we had. I think we should write a press release and have a day, maybe we pick it on the, I don't know, long weekend might be too busy, but like pick some day in May and ask people to come out and have sort of like a
Yeah. Sort of
Funeral.
like
a sit-in.
a sit-in or
Yeah,
protest, but like
yeah.
a civil, like making our case so that if this gets picked up by the media, sometimes that's the only time people actually go, oh, wait a second, let us take a second look at this. But I think the point that they are opening in the US and closing in branches that have been busy. Like you could do a speech there. We could have Sarah, Chief Sarah's in there. We can invite Andy Dixon from CTV. Like they look for news stories to cover. This is a news story. And it would be great to get, just let's pick a day and have a day of voicing our, like a press conference, let's say.
Yeah, what is the actual closure date? Is it the 1st or the 30th?
No, I think it's like the 19th or something.
Oh, yeah, it's a weird day.
Yeah.
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 I'm pleased to do that. Is that something the council would
Yeah.
like to do? Then we better pick a day now because I'm running out of daylight.
Do we wanna
And-
do it on a weekend, on a weekday, on a Friday? I think in terms of like media cycle,
Whenever the media can arrive.
yeah, well,
See, and I think the leader did a great, I almost swore again, did a great job of sort of shaming the Bank of Montreal. I don't know what kind of press clipping the province does anymore, the feds. They used to be all over it. I'm not sure if they do that anymore.
that's why I think like CTV or Metro, like,
Yeah.
I know that the leader's behind a paywall, so it doesn't get clipped the way that others do.
The
It used
citizens
to.
do,
It doesn't as much,
Yeah, it used to all the time, because I would get calls.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, not to say that
Okay.
the leader isn't enough, but I think like, if we wanna give it one last ditch.
Yeah, and we can call Dylan Dyson.
Yeah, Dylan Dyson, Andy
Yeah.
Dixon, there's, a few others.
You guys have done an exemplary job, Alex. It's really not.
Yeah, no, like, and
Yeah,
they're local, but
I
this is
kind of
about,
get with her, and it was something that were you at that meeting? 'Cause it was
Yeah.
something that people were asking
Asking for.
for.
Yeah, no, I.
So,
I
all right,
think Saturday, frankly,
Fine.
will get people out and,
especially in nicer weather.
and maybe
not-
what we could do is just give a heads up and say, would you come on the Saturday? We're thinking of doing this, and if they say, like, no,
I can do
Saturday's
May
not good.
30th.
I think earlier because if it's planning on 2 weeks.
Okay, well,
But
next weekend is the 16th, and it's the long weekend. I
yeah,
don't
the
think
30th is good.
Weekends work.
30th is good.
Annette, did you mean June 19th is the close?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gotta be.
I know,
Yeah.
We could also do it after our next council meeting.
I guess you have to make
that's
up
on
our
the
mind.
19th.
Do we close it up when they're open, or do we close it up on the weekend when they're closed? You're gonna block the highway with protesters, or you're gonna block the bank with protesters.
I think we'd be across the street
I was
from
thinking the
it,
same thing.
so we're
Yeah.
not actually like in front of.
not affecting home park.
Not, yeah, the businesses, but just have it in our backdrop. In like that. parking
Oh,
lot.
but what Merv is saying is this something we should do when the bank is
Yes.
is open?
Or, no, I think that's a good point, like if it's closed, it might be better.
I think we should have people showing people going into the bank.
That's
The
what I
amount
was
of
thinking,
people
that's-
going into the bank, especially if there's a large group that day.
The bank is probably call the OPP and throw you out.
Said
I was
that.
kidding, it was a joke.
The bank is probably call the OPP and throw you out.
It's an opportunity, you're banking that day if you're coming
You
out.
know,
Okay, guys, let's come to a consensus.
I will do
have
whatever
a
works.
story.
If
I'll do
staff
whatever
wanna
works
take it
too, but-
away.
But my schedule is really tight, so we
What
need
are
to
the-
pick a date.
What are the top dates we're looking at?
If you want it on a Saturday, it's gotta be the 30th.
Or we could do it like a 6:30 after council next Tuesday,
The
potentially,
19th.
the 19th.
Yeah, why do we do that?
The bank won't be open, does that matter?
I don't think so, we'll still have daylight.
Or we could do it at 11 o'clock in the morning.
You're not gonna get the people out because
Yes,
they're
yeah, I
working.
agree.
So I think it's either like a 6:30 evening thing or a
Well,
weekend.
Then let's do 6 o'clock on the 19th.
Okay.
And we're calling it a wake.
A press conference. A press conference,
Okay,
and so we should do a press release that goes out.
Okay, that did not work for me. I don't know why. Oh, there we go.
okay.
Email press.
Okay.
conference.
We should do some social media lives too.
Yeah,
Okay.
And we
No,
should say
seriously,
I know, I am.
peaceful, like,
Don't call it a protest, it's not a
no,
protest.
it's a press conference.
Okay, done.
Right?
Yeah,
Do we say 6 or 6:30?
6, we'll be out here.
6 makes sense. The bank is open till 5,
Perfect.
so they probably will still. The bank will be locked, but the employees will likely still be inside until at least 5 children.
Bless you.
Bless you. Okay,
They probably won't be there by 6, but.
Yeah.
okay, on to happier, more fun things.
All right.
Okay, on April 17th, I was pleased to attend the grade 10 class at Renfrew Collegiate Institute to speak to the civics class about my role as warden. On April 17th, it was my pleasure to attend Valley Heritage Radio for the radiothon in support of Hospice Renfrew. I was there with Uncle Art. Always fun. On April 17th as well, I along with many members of county elected and staff attended Magellan Aerospace, which is Haley's, to learn more about their industry and discuss the Dolomite mine and the 90 acres available for an industrial park. And I just learned something very cool. They're now making kitchen countertops out of Dolomite. How cool is that, right? Anyway, it's like metal countertops.
Space
I'm
age.
in. They'd be sturdy too.
It's your
renovation.
Easy to like
clean.
I know, right?
What do they look like?
They look kind of like granite, but more of a
Slate.
leathered look as opposed to shine. I know. Meredith and
All
I
I
are
do at night is scroll counter.
yeah, no. So my countertops are concrete. So this, I think this would be sort of along that same look as sort of a rust. Anyway, I'm very excited. It's the newest thing in countertops, apparently. So cool. On April 21st and at night toward the upgraded Eganville Food Bank. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. The food bank now has some new initiatives such as a partnership with CPAN to provide clients with access to tools for school and snowsuit programs, and a brand new program called Meal in a Bag, where people are actually donating full meals, and then if something needs to be refrigerated or frozen, and you can just go and pick up a meal ready to make at home.
That's great.
Great idea. On April 22nd, I brought greetings on behalf of the county to the Ontario Professional Foresters Association Conference. It was held in Pembroke. On April 23rd, I welcomed Nigel Belchamber to Bonnechere Valley prior to his workshop for people that are interested in running for council in the upcoming election. On April 25th, I was a judge at the Renfrew Skate Bring on the Fun event. This event brought young skaters from all over the county and beyond. I did warn them that my knowledge of skating was that I had a Dorothy Hamill haircut in the 80s. I wasn't much of a judge and almost burst into tears every time one of the little ladies fell. It just broke my heart. They worked so hard, but it was a really neat event. It was fun to go and be an honorary judge. I put down my clipboard very quickly when I realized the professional judges, they mean business. They have their criteria, and it's a serious thing. On April 26th, we had a great time at the Boople Library Tea. Our Alice in Wonderland theme was a huge success. Thanks to Tracy for organizing the table, and
It
special
was
thanks
a lot of fun.
Michelle for the theme idea and all of the decorations.
We
That
won.
photo was
We
in,
should have went, right? Yeah.
There's no awards, but we
but we won. That's
Got
in
right.
our hearts. We
In our hearts, in the Queen of Hearts. I was telling Alex that one of my girlfriends was like, did you actually go out in that? I'm like, oh, yes, I did. I drove to the event in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, woohoo.
If anybody wants to borrow a bunny costume, just like.
Yeah, exactly, right? If anybody wants a Queen of Hearts costume for Halloween. On April 30th, council elected paramedics and staff broke ground on the site of the new Whitewater Paramedic Base at the corner of Foresters Falls and Mindview Roads. This is really exciting, and it was kind of funny. I was at Foodland just before I went to the event, and Mike Dillabo said, "Oh, where are you going?" And I told him, and he said, "Where's the Whitewater base now?" And I said, "There isn't any." And he said, "You mean like Westmeath and all? They don't have a paramedic base?" And I said, "No, they don't." So this is in a great place. It's across the highway, so it's not on the Cobden side where Eganville, like we're right here. But you would have thought it was November. It was so cold and so windy. But we broke ground, but we couldn't get the shovels in the ground. But anyway, it was a pretty exciting event. And finally, on May 3rd, I was honored to bring greetings and well wishes to the hikers participating in the Renfrew Hospice Hike for Hospice. I was telling John earlier, there must have been 200 people at this thing. When we pulled up, I basically parked in the middle of the road. There was nowhere for me to go, and I had to speak. So I just kind of pulled over, ran, spoke, said hi to a few people, and got back in the truck. It was wild. I couldn't believe how many people were there.
Where
And
was it?
At Hospice Renfrew.
Oh, okay.
And our lovely Eganville horticultural ladies were there, all decked out. They looked great. So it was nice to have them fly the flag. And that's all for my mayor's report. It's been a busy month, but fun.
Thank you. Next meeting date, we just talked about it, May
Wait.
19th.
We have a quote from the museum.
Oh, sorry, I missed that one.
And CPIP.
And CIP. Sorry,
Yeah.
going back quote on the museum washroom.
So 90 grand.
Came in at 90,000.
Can I just make a comment though? And I don't like, this is non-disparaging of anybody who put this in, but some of you may know, just speaking on a personal experience basis, we had to do two plans for our house, which was way bigger than a bathroom, probably 3 times the size. And the drafting was a quarter of what was in there. So I do wonder, and they have to do, drafting is drafting, whether it's for there's code. So I'm just curious why that would have been 8,000 or 9,000 versus the 2,000 that I paid for.
So is this
Made me wonder about the other costs.
And it's a good question. These are the people that did the curling club, correct? Would it be worthwhile going out to a second quote?
We have no time. This has to be submitted by Thursday.
Cheapers, that's right, I
So,
remember that.
Yeah, so we've got to make a decision today whether or not we want to apply for the washroom at the museum or whether we want to apply for the beach mat. Sarah has both grants ready to go, but we can only submit one, so we need to decide which one we are moving forward.
Can you remind me what the amount was that we can get? Because if this is 100 and we could get 60,
60, correct.
so then we're in for another 40, but it would
Or
be
more.
what?
Or
Or
more.
more
Or more.
potentially.
For the museum to
For the
fundraise.
museum to fundraise, or we,
And the museum have said they don't think they can fundraise that much money.
Yes, I've had the same comment. May I make a suggestion? So once again, Annette and I agreed this morning that we would put in a delegation request about this for the AMO conference, because I think the Eganville leader, the editorial last week did a great job of saying, it's just wrong. It's
Yeah.
wrong. And so my question is, what is more important? The important thing is that somebody who is in a wheelchair or on a scooter or otherwise disabled and needs to use a washroom, they just need a washroom. So I'd really like to do a delegation. So if I could make a suggestion, let's apply for the beach mat, because we've been talking about this beach mat for years. I really want to help out the museum. Can we get a second quote? Let this particular grant go by. Get a second, perhaps a third quote. Look for other grants with the museum.
agreed.
And fundraising opportunity. I mean, they've said they don't want to fundraise.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that with combination of grant and fundraising.
Okay, so Tracy, to your point though, if we gave them, if they had a year to
Right,
fundraise,
exactly.
thinking that this would come back up.
I have to say though, when it comes to fundraising, I think there are certain things that you should fundraise for and other things that are human rights.
I
That's
agree
why
with you.
That's why I said
Fundraise for a
both.
human right.
I know.
No, I know, but I'm saying they should fundraise for a new sign. They should fundraise for a brochure or marketing or something that's added value. But I think for a human right, you shouldn't have to rely on fundraising, and we should make the delegation and make the case that you have laws, you have standards, we want to live up to those standards. We have a ramp that goes in there, but people who go in should have the they should, if you have a ramp for someone to get in someplace, they should be able to use the bathroom there.
Agreed.
So
We all
I-
agreed to.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not arguing with you.
No.
And I don't disagree that like, it's great to do fundraising, but I just think we need to think about like where we should be asking people to fundraise for and what should be. Like, the government needs to step up or whatnot, because,
Especially since the government put in these ridiculous rules.
yeah,
I just think that the amount is really excessive.
it
It
is.
is.
I don't mean fundraising all of it. I'm
No.
saying if we have a grant for 70,000, that maybe there's a fundraising opportunity for 20. If we don't have the budget for it.
I know, and look, I think that this accessible washroom at the museum is a very, very, very important initiative. But when the grant's gotta be in 2 days, the quote that we got is ridiculous. The museum does not feel that they can bridge that gap between the 60 and the 90 or the 60 and the 100. I think that let's get the beach mat applied for, because that's important as well,
Mhm.
right? For people to be able to utilize the Rotary Beach. And again, in a dignified way and safely. And then look for other grant opportunities. Ask the museum, ask for, I think, 2 more quotes. Does everybody agree?
Yeah.
Usually 3.
Three.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so let's get 2 more quotes. And then look for other opportunities for grants. Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really, this does not sit well with me. I really. It's really, really, really important, but when I opened that email this morning, I couldn't believe it.
Mhm.
Like, you were not far, but John thought it was a deal because it was 10 grand less than you thought.
It just seems really, really high.
I know,
That's what's uncomfortable about all of it.
I agree. So we're good?
Yeah. I think that this is also perhaps the wrong time to be seen to be rushing into
Mhm.
anything of this importance. And so
It's okay.
call you back. Anything,
Oh.
I think you said no.
That's why I
taking
leave
no
mine in the
questions.
car.
so it's not the time to be seen, but to be rushing, because lots of people are worrying about things that are just as important to them
Mhm.
right now. And the financial situation is not gonna get rosier just in a short time.
No,
So I think we need to be seen to go towards this important development, important build, but do it with a lot of respect for our taxpayers.
but I think that this is a specific to accessibility, this particular grant, so
Yeah.
if those were the
Yeah.
2 projects.
Yeah, none of this would be on the tax.
No, well,
No,
I guess
unless
we're all-
we,
we're all
unless we had to
happy.
put
Unless we were
difference,
$30,000 short.
right?
Yeah,
Correct.
And at a time when we're seeing our food bank, the demand far outstrips their ability to provide.
Mhm.
These are times when people are having a tough time everywhere. So
absolutely.
let's do the right thing and make it look good.
Okay, sounds good.
In agreement.
Yep.
Okay.
All agree, okay. Moving on.
I
to
didn't-
the-
I didn't really understand the application for the CIP. Like, I saw the quote and it's reasonable, but I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what they're.
there's siding and stuff, it's facade. It's facade improvements.
But it can't be the whole facade because it was only $6,500.
No, I think it's just the front.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I think, because he didn't have any description in the, where he's supposed to
No.
provide a description, it was in the quote.
It does-
On the
He
application.
left it to Kevin Shower in his
Yeah.
quote.
I felt like
Yeah.
he should have had a description in the actual application.
If
rather than
Kevin's
us
doing
going
it, it'll
through
be
quotes.
great.
We have a hard time getting applications, period.
I
So
know.
we're just super excited as staff when someone drops one off. And they're like, whoa, I didn't really know what to put in the description and we're just happy to have it. So
I agree.
we
We
move forward.
budget for it. We're all excited about it. And there is a business downtown that just put up a new sign and I thought, We didn't get a CIP application for that site.
Is it people don't know too? I mean,
I,
how is this communicated, I guess?
it's funny though, because every time then somebody applies and we do something about it, or it hits the newspaper, or
Yeah.
they see a facade improvement, then we get uptake on it.
Mhm.
But it's weird because it almost needs somebody to apply to
Well,
remind people.
Or some
Yeah.
profile on the finished project.
That's
project,
We
right.
could
right?
send a notice to businesses that this
But
is
we've done
available.
that.
We
We
did,
send
Yeah.
direct letters to all the businesses.
yeah.
Put it in the newsletter, we put it on the sign, we advertise it in the paper, we put it out, I don't know where else. we
Yeah.
can put- And we literally send individual letters.
Well,
Yeah.
and
Each one.
you've done your.
It's a
due
great
diligence.
opportunity that's not being taken advantage.
We are
of.
so
Yeah.
excited,
And
we're so
I-
excited when we get it, and
Yeah.
it's, sorry, it's the trim, so it's not siding.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
okay.
So it'll just be all the outside, like all
Alright,
the,
good enough.
the corners and the trim, which will look good.
Sure,
So, and then, hopefully we can also send it up to the HYPE program at the county.
yeah,
And maybe they will support it as well, and maybe
yes.
people will hear about it on YouTube. And more people will come and see us and they will be like, oh, so they're not looking for 10 pages of description. No, one sentence will do. That's, we're
You know
pretty
what?
easy to get along with.
Annette, you know what? That's funny because I also want with other applications that you have to put in for grants.
Yes,
I wonder if people do wonder if it's onerous.
we're not that.
We're,
No.
oh no, we're
That was
very
a pretty
nice.
easy application.
that.
Yeah. Okay, so is everybody good with it?
And how much can they get?
1,500.
1,500. And we're hoping the county will match that.
Yeah.
'Cause
I'm not even sure the uptake with hype.
it's, I don't know.
I don't know either.
And you don't need another application for
Okay,
the
here it's
county.
1,500.
We pass it on. We
Yeah.
pass it on. So it's same application.
Yeah.
It's two chances.
All
Sorry.
right,
That's
Move
Annette's
on.
rant for the day.
okay. Next meeting date, May 19th. Just discussed it. Media session. Alex, do you have any questions, comments?
No.
No.
At least you didn't pick up the camera.
Thanks for asking though.
All right. So I have a resolution dated this.
Oh, let's take a break.
We'll take a break? Okay.
Yeah,
Right?
thanks, Tracy.
I was gonna ask,
We're live.
We're at the pink stuff.
Welcome back, everyone. I have a resolution dated this 5th day of May, 2026. That committee proceeds in closed session in accordance with the Municipal Act 2001, section 239.2. Deal with the matters as indicated below, which are personal matters about identified individual. Can I get someone to move that, please?
I will.
And carried, all in favor? I read that before or after?
After, we're online.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Of a resolution dated this 5th day of May, 2026, that committee moves out of closed session at 4:14 PM to rise and report that committee met to receive information and give staff direction, regarding the demolition of St. John's Lutheran Church, Augsburg, and approved minutes from April 7th, 2026. Can I get someone to move that? Murray, all in favor? This concludes our meeting. If I can get someone to move closure of the meeting, Meredith, all in favor? Great. Thanks.
Excellent.